into our post bag and have a look at some of the cards and artwork that you've been sending in to us this week. And what a plethora of artwork we've enjoyed, we really have. The first card we're going to look at has been sent in by Katie. Katie's 7, she lives in Tunbridge Wells, and she sent us in this corking picture of her collie dog, Buster. There's Buster there with his bright eyes and button nose. What I particularly like about Katie's card is if we lift up this secret flap on Buster's bowl, we can see that Buster's bowl is full of biscuits. They look really tasty, Katie, and I'm sure my black lab Ben would love it if I fed him one of those. So thanks ever so much for sending that in. We really appreciate it, and a special fab badge is winging its way to you in the post as we speak. The next card we're going to look at has been sent in by Martin. Shall we look? Let's look! Now Martin's 45 and he's currently unemployed, living in Axminster, yet despite being unemployed, he's nevertheless found the time to send us in this very lively depiction of his ex-wife Carol. Now he's drawn Carol there with all her arms and legs cut off, and she's bleeding to death in the paddling pool that they poured together during the summer of their love. Sweet Martin. Martin, I really like your use of red glitter glue on Carol's stomach. It makes them really vibrant, doesn't it? Really sears the image into the brain. So that's lovely. Might even be using that in a make next week. Now, flaps must be a popular theme amongst our viewers this week, because Martin's even put one here in Carol's head. And if we carefully peel back her forehead, we can see he's even gone to the trouble to subdivide her brain into 3 equal segments. How enterprising. Let's have a read. The first and largest segment he's labelled lying. The second, being a bitch. And the third, an endless capacity for hate. There is something that unsettles me slightly about this premise, Martin. And it's simply this. If Carol's capacity for hate truly was endless, then that would be the biggest brain segment, wouldn't it? Try and think these ideas through before you bother sending them in, because they're good ideas, we're all in agreement, we like the card, but if there's one thing that does rile me, it is flap paradoxes. And we are starting to see more and more flap paradoxes creeping into that post bag. So let's all fight really hard to try and keep those out. Okay, that said, it's now time to join Sally Ann, who's out in the Blue Peter garden, where she's helping Andy to judge a scarecrow competition. Are you there, Sally Ann?
Oh, I heard if you take heroin, you write some great songs and get a girl who's horribly thin. I heard it was the best, but now all I am is a mess. Oh, I trained 2 monkeys to help me undress. Yes, it was rumoured one could be a tour de force. One could write some great lyrics if you just took some horse, but it doesn't always work out as planned. Oh, my hallucinations were all pretty bland. Oh, I spent 3 hours dreaming of sand. And now I make the news because of drugs, sex and booze. You should be in my shoes, but only if you're size 10. I don't want them stretched. They're nice shoes. I bought them at an outlet for gays. Now I'm giving up. Going to get a new job. Going to bake away like a corn off the cob. Put some whoopee back in my Goldberg. Oh yeah, I'll probably just start a new band. I'll make up words that no one understands. And now I work in Clark's, putting shoes on bright sparks. You should see my new clothes. They were made in sweatshops by small dexterous kids. 1 in 10 will become a Brazilian footballing sensation.
So, what do you think about Romeo and Juliet?
Well, it's very Shakespearean.
The Canterbury Tales?
Very Chaucerian.
1984.
Very Orwellian.
The Aeneid?
Very Virgilian.
The The Bible.
Very Jehovian.
Cats.
Very Andrew Lloyd Weberian.
Dog.
Very Pavlovian.
Pavlova.
Very Pavlovan.
Pygmalion.
Very Shavian.
Iraq.
Very Mesopotamian.
Central Europe.
Very Bohemian.
Suspect nuclear weapons program.
Oh, very Iranian.
Responses to these.
Very Dick Cheney.
The Republican Party.
Very John McCainian.
What about the Sixth Sense?
Very M. Night Shyamalanian.
And George Bernard Shaw.
Very Pygmalion.
The Omen.
Very Damien.
What about E.T.?
Very Alien.
And High School Musical 2?
Shit.